The Bush administration is protesting Russia's actions loudly, but at the same time ruling out the use of military force. More on that from our chief foreign affairs correspondent, Lara Logan.
With no sign the Russians are ready to back down on Georgia, the U.S. Defense Secretary today sounded a severe warning for future U.S.-Russian relations.
If Russia does not step back from its aggressive posture and actions in Georgia, the U.S.-Russian relationship could be adversely affected for years to come.
Gates was adamant that sending U.S. troops is not an option, but the U.S. already had a number of its most elite special operations forces on the ground in Georgia, assisting in training the Georgian army. Military and intelligence sources told CBS News that means they were already in position to advise the Georgians in the current crisis. As for the emergency aid the U.S. is sending, a senior U.S. military official shot down Russian allegations that there may be more than humanitarian relief and told CBS News there were no military supplies flown into Georgia. Instead, the U.S. says it sent medical gear, tents, and other aid for Georgians displaced or wounded in the fighting.
The military craft that are involved, the C-17 aircraft, the ships, the hospital ships, and maybe some other supply ships are not the kind of vessels that you go to war with. This is not saber-rattling at the Russians.
It may not be saber-rattling, but experts agree it reinforces the U.S. message that it stands firmly with Georgia.
We have a good military relationship with them. We have a good security relationship with them. This is the best and most effective way to get humanitarian assistance. But on the other hand, it is a challenge to Russia.
A challenge that hasn't stopped Russia so far. Sources tell CBS News that the Russians are systematically continuing to dismantle Georgian military facilities and undermine the country's ability to defend itself, Harry.
Lara, I know you've been working your sources all day. Do they say they think the situation in Georgia is going to get worse before it gets better?
Well, they say that part of the problem, Harry, is that Russia's true intentions right now are not yet known. But what they do know is that Russia has committed its very, very best troops to this fight. And so that makes the situation critical.
Lara Logan in Washington this evening. Thanks.